This is Daisy.live in Redwood City. After seeing Top Gun Maverick premiere, we got early access to see it on Tuesday. As some of you may know, it's coming out May 27th, and we are here with a review. So the movie starts out with a classic action movie pilot scene where we see the planes in the classic 80s style flying in the air, doing lots of stunts. Tom Cruise himself ends up jumping in one of the plane and dares to hit 10 G's in a plane in the air live in front of his colleagues. Now, the Top Gun department is getting ready to get shut down, but thanks to Tom Cruise, he's able to come in with the 10 G's and continue the program, only to find out he's being relocated back to San Diego, back to his hometown for a mission. And as he gets down there, he finds out he's not the one manning the plane, but he's a teacher. Introduced to 12 of the most elite pilots in the United States, he is to teach this group of pilots to man a mission 3 weeks from now that is near impossible. And Tom Cruise knows that if this mission is not done well, many will not return home alive. There's many callbacks to the first Top Gun movie with his partner having died. And we actually get to see his son, who is a part of this new cohort of pilots that is getting to go in there. So there's a lot of tension between Tom Cruise and his old partner's son. As some of you may know, he pulled his papers from the Naval Academy, and his son has a chip on his shoulder for that. So the movie progresses, and we get an array of great stunts, great movies, great cinematography, lots of landscape shots. And we get to see the development of Tom Cruise with Penny as well. Some of you may have liked that dynamic. It comes back, and it is very much live, both of them in their 50s. So as you may have heard from the movies that we've been reviewing recently, the CGI hasn't been very good, but Top Gun Maverick came with great CGI. You can't tell what's CGI and what's real, and I think that's what this movie did really well. Another thing I picked up on, and a lot of people may not be actively thinking about this, but in Top Gun Maverick, they don't actively name the enemy country or the enemies. They don't show the face of the enemies that they're going to, essentially war with, that they're going to battle with in these scenes. And I think that's great because there's no personal biases, coming in whenever you're viewing the enemy. You're solely focused on the mission at hand with Tom Cruise, with his crew, and overall it just made for a great experience. So one great thing about this movie is that it kept up with the same style from the 1985 film. So as many of you remember, it's the classic action movie where you have the classic bars, you have Penny playing the classic 60s woman. All of that comes back in 2022 with them keeping the same style. Even the bar that Penny is running is very much still this 60s style that we all love and remember from the 1985 film. But Penny also keeps up the same act. Penny is playing this female character where she is, insinuating Tom Cruise, kind of pushing him, playing a bit of a dominant role, but also encouraging Tom that he has his values, reminding him of his values from 1985. Lots of callbacks to different scenes that happened back then. And it's an overall great film. I mean, I just love how it kept up the original style of the movie. It didn't deviate much from there. The only thing that deviated, but in a very good way, was the music. And the music kept up, very similarly like it was in the 1985 film, but it was very modernized. So we had Lady Gaga leading the vocals, and we had Hans Zimmer leading the orchestral pieces, and everything melded together to create a great film. The action scenes were incredible. I was on the edge of my seat the entire time as the action scenes were happening, and you'll be very surprised to see how Tom Cruise comes out of this at the end of the movie. So hope you enjoy this movie. It was great for Daisy Michael. I personally give this movie an 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. The only thing I can maybe comment on was Penny's performance. She was very, very 60s style, the classic action movie chick. Could have seen maybe just a little bit more out of her. But nonetheless, this movie was great. Lots of tearjerker moments as well. So be prepared to cry, be prepared to laugh, and be prepared to take something great away from this movie. This is Daisy Michael, and this is Top Gun Maverick.